with consideration of agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk will call the roll.
She gets to start out right away. Noah,
Aye.
Lumley,
Aye.
Reisman. Yeah, sorry, absolutely. Pittman.
Aye.
Nickman.
Aye.
Next up, we then have the consideration of approval of the minutes of the July 30th and the August 4th meetings. Any questions on those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Any further comments on the minutes? Clerk will call the roll.
Lumley,
Aye.
Pittman,
Aye.
Knighton,
Aye.
Noah.
Aye.
Next, we have consideration of the approval of the consent calendar. Are there any questions on the consent calendar?
My only question is about the pending, the approval for the Casey's, pending the passing fire inspection. Can we technically even do that if they haven't passed the inspection, approve the license?
A month ago or so to see if that was okay. And yeah, it's just, they wanna be open and going before we have our next meeting. And so, yeah, it sounds like Sam will go in and do that fire inspection, and then once that's complete, then I will go in then. But it'll be between kind of meetings, so.
Okay, so you'll know that they have the fire
Yep,
inspection.
I'll know that it has passed before I go and submit it, but
So we're assuming it's gonna pass fire inspection?
yes, and Sam's been working with them. I think he was in there
But
last.
are we setting ourselves up for any problems if it doesn't pass? And we've already approved it?
Is that for the liquor license?
Yes, it's for the liquor license.
I don't think so. There are other ways to enforce that if the liquor license is issued. There are other ways, other tools we have to enforce any requirements as far as the building code goes or fire safety concerns go.
Okay,
So ideally, if timing would work out, we'd have that done and then issue the permit, but I'm okay with approving it tonight, having the fire inspection and having Brittany issue it. And if there are any issues identified, we'll work with whatever tools we have to enforce.
but you wanna actually send it up to the state until after that, okay. Good point.
No, that's a good question.
I would move to approve the consent calendar.
Second.
Any other questions? Call the roll.
Pittman,
Aye.
Knighton,
Aye.
Noah,
Aye.
Lumley.
Aye.
Business of the mayor, couple of things tonight. First of all, I'd just like to welcome Krista Noah to the council. Krista's first meeting tonight, she was sworn in right before our meeting, so welcome, and we are glad to have you on as part of our group, so.
Thank you.
Second thing, then, we have a proclamation honoring the 60th anniversary of the foster grandparent program. Jennifer, you want to come up and just kind of give us a little information as far as what we're talking about tonight?
Okay, so, we had the 60th anniversary party. And it's continuing throughout the year with different things that we're gonna be doing through AmeriCorps seniors. But foster grandparent program started in 1965, and August 28th will be our 60th official day. So, for 60 years. We are doing September. September 12th, you're all invited. I haven't gotten out invitations or anything yet. But we are doing a Zoom meeting the afternoon after lunch. It's gonna be a Zoom meeting through AmeriCorps, and all the foster grandparents in the United States will be getting together and celebrating that. And yes, it is on a Friday, and yes, that is not a mistake on the newsletter. So Friday afternoon, if you're free, come on down. We always have more than enough food too for lunch, so.
All right, thank you. Have
I would move to approve the proclamation for foster grandparents.
I'd second that.
Any other questions? We'll call the roll.
Knighton,
Aye.
Noah. Aye. Longley.
Aye.
Pittman.
Aye.
Then you want to come on up again? So whereas the foster grandparent program established in 1965 has provided meaningful opportunities for older adults to serve as mentors and tutor for children and youth in need. And whereas the program empowers individuals aged 55 and older to share their time, experience, and compassion with children in schools, early learning centers, and community organizations. And whereas in the city of Charles City, Iowa, foster grandparents have made a lasting impact by helping children improve in literacy, build self-confidence, and receive the consistent support of a caring adult. And whereas the contributions of these volunteers strengthens families, enhance educational outcomes, and build a more connected, compassionate community. And whereas the foster grandparent program enriches the lives of both the children served and the adults who also serve, bridging generations and fostering lifelong bonds of understanding and respect. Now therefore I, Dean Andrews, Mayor of Charles City, Iowa, do hereby proclaim August 28th, 2025 as Foster Grandparent Program's 60th Anniversary Day in Charles City, Iowa, and encourage all residents to recognize and celebrate the commitment and service of our Foster Grandparent Program volunteers and their 6 decades of extraordinary impact. And we've said it many times before when you've been here, this is one of our more helpful, I guess maybe it's a good word, program, because it helps not only the kids, but the grandparents themselves. So it has a dual role, and it really, I think, does impact our community and now in all generations. So that intergenerational contact means a lot. So thank you very much and congratulations on 60 years. You don't look like you've been director for 60 years.
Feel like it, Jay.
Right, next then we have a request for a street closure and parade permit for the Charles City Schools Homecoming Parade.
Sarah wanted me to let you guys know that obviously we don't have kids in school, so she couldn't wrangle a kid to be here. And she couldn't be here tonight. Her daughter has a dance open house or something. But she said it's kind of running the same route as always. They use the senior center and that sort of surrounding area to stage. Ferguson to Maine, and then they moved back around, up Jackson. About the same number of entries as always. It's usually about 20, so nothing new. The theme this year is Paint It Black. As you guys know, it's usually a pretty quick parade, so nothing different than in years past is what she wanted you guys to know.
Any questions?
Always an exciting time, the week of homecoming,
Yeah.
and see the kids out and about and having fun activities. I would make a motion to approve.
Second,
Any other comments?
Are they gonna make a request, do you know whether, to close that, block, up by the stadium also, during that? I hadn't seen anything on that.
during the day
Can't
for the
remember the name of
painting.
the street, yeah.
Yeah, Comet Drive.
Oh,
Or-
yes,
Yeah,
is it Common Drive? Yes,
yeah, I don't know, I can find out
okay.
if they've done that.
Cause usually
Not
that
part
comes,
of this.
It's not part of this one, yeah,
okay, it usually comes along with this because it's all during
it's
the,
all tied
during the
together,
same
yeah.
time. Yeah.
I can ask her, because unless they've changed plans and they won't be painting the street, they would need to, so I'll find out.
Okay,
And just remind her that they need to do that if they're gonna. So,
okay.
good question, I had forgotten about that.
Any other questions? Like the chief has signed off on that, so. Motion second, so clerk will call the roll.
Noah. Aye. Longley.
Aye.
Pittman.
Aye.
Knighton.
Aye.
Next up, then we have consideration of resolution 8625, and this is approving the conveyance of a portion of Cedar Street. Discussion, John.
Yes. Okay, so,
You know, we've talked about this multiple times. It's the that small section of Cedar Street there south of Ryden Circle. We have had our public hearing. We've gone through the process to vacate it. What tonight is for the conveyance. And the deed does include a permanent easement over that entire area for public and private utilities. So in essence, you know, everything's going to change, stay the same except for ownership. And this will provide that connection, that access to Cedar Street for that Friesman parcel. So I'd recommend approval of resolution 8625 conveying that portion of the vacated Cedar Street portion.
I would so move. Done the readings and, yeah.
Second.
Oh, and I forgot to add that there will be a $750 payment to cover any of the city's costs for this.
Just for public notice, this is being conveyed to Delane Friesman, councilman member, and his wife, but Delane has abstained from all the voting and
Yes.
the discussion of this item. Any other questions or comments? Call the roll.
Longley,
Aye.
Pittman,
Aye.
Knighton,
Aye.
Noah.
Aye.
Next up, then we have resolution 8725, and this is approving payment request number 6 for the City Hall Police Department renovation. John,
Yeah, tonight we have the sixth payment request for the City Hall renovation project. The amount of the payment is nearly $291,000. It's $290,910.94. So with this payment, so all 6 payments combined, the city will pay to Kingland a little over $1.2 million for the project. Now, for this portion of this payment request, majority of the work is for mechanical work, HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning work, as well as demolition work. Just the way the process is, there's always a little bit of demolition going on. Berglund and Cram, they have gone through everything. They're recommending that the payment be processed. Would also like just to add, the schedule has slid a little bit. Their latest schedule does show substantial completion in early May. So I'd recommend approval of resolution 8725 for the 6th payment request.
When was the original expected completion date? Like
For substantial completion. I think it was originally it was March,
Okay,
late March.
I mean, it's been such a wet summer. so-
Well, no, I think really the big portion of, you know, this extra wall that they had to
extra, yeah.
put on and that change there that added some time to the project.
I would move to approve resolution 8725.
I'd second it.
any further discussions?
So. May would be almost complete, John.
Pardon me?
You said May would be almost.
What they call substantial completion. Substantial completion is when you can use it. You know, final completion is, you know, like maybe some punch list items,
Okay.
any, you know, like paperwork items, that kind of stuff. But substantial completion, in the construction industry is the project is done, it's usable. It's just, those final little things haven't been completed.
Okay. So right now, tentatively May, we're back in business at City Hall.
That's what it's working like
Back
right
in
now.
City Hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the nice thing is, you know, once, you know, they're getting outside work done now, so that when we go into winter, they'll be able to focus on the interior work.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
I have a question. Did we write in any penalties for going over schedule?
On this project, Berglund and Cran did not, add any type of liquidated damages. They said it's typically not for building construction, you know, like architectural type work. They normally do not add it, and they didn't add it.
Thank you.
Other questions? Call the roll.
Pittman,
Aye.
Knighton,
Aye.
Noah, Plumley.
Aye.
Has anybody received any miscellaneous correspondence since we last met? Brad, anything else for you tonight?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Brittany, what else do you have for us tonight?
Just our next planning session that we already talked is 8/27. Our next meeting again is the 9/3. I am looking for a space to hold our September 8th special meeting, because the dash room is booked for that, so I'm gonna try, possibly not yet. See, so, front desk is up and running. We have approximately 72 users so far. That was as of like 3 o'clock or so today. So that's a great thing. They did happen to go down for about an hour from 4:30 to 5:30. Lots of people noticed that. We got lots of phone calls between 4:30 and 5, but it is back up. I just checked it before the meeting started, so it's good to go again. Lots of questions on the ACH when we have to move everybody over off the regular ACH onto the auto pay on front desk. There will be a fee that they have to pay, that $1.30-ish a month. So, but we are allowing them to stay on ACH as long as they can. It's just G-Works will decide when they're fully moving us, so it will be on them. So if anybody asks, that's been a big question, especially today. We've gotten quite a few phone calls on that. But, and we're still at the 4 applicants for the city administrator search.
So they're charging processing.
It is a
So it's
processing
like going
fee.
to any restaurant, any large business that if you want to pay via that method, you're going to incur
Yes,
a fee.
yeah,
They know that up front. So if they use debit,
it's debit or credit. It is a larger amount than if they use their checking or savings. The
Okay.
checking or savings is what most people have their ACH set up on, and that's the $1.30.
okay.
The debit or credit is a percentage, a minimum plus a percentage, depending on
And the
the,
way not to pay any fee is to,
is check or cash, over the counter or, check in the Dropbox. So, but some banks also, and we've been letting them know to check with their bank. They will have to initiate that process, but some will do a free check or free ACH over to us as well. And we have been letting them know that to check with their banks to see. But they monthly will have to have to initiate that with their total and all that. It's not an automatic. So.
I just have one small request with that. If we knew prior to going to the cloud and to front desk, how many people were in these groups. Let's come back next August and are we saying, or did we incur more people wanting to drop off or check because they want to avoid paying a 1% or a 3% fee to their bill?
Yeah, for sure.
That
We
would be
can
very
keep track of that to see.
Before though, if somebody came to the front desk and did their debit card, there was a fee already,
It
wasn't
was
there?
$2. There's a $2 convenience fee. And there was a $2 online as well. So they were already incurring fees before, just.
I think people are just noticing it because this is new, and
They
so
are.
they're reading those fees again. And they might not have realized they were always a part of the system.
Mhm. Yeah, and I let them know it's just a processing fee. It's not something we're charging. It's our third-party processor and all of that, so.
Dan, anything for you tonight?
I did a little digging on some of the comments on the work session. Most of the housing projects, including the middle school, they're all waiting for the state's tax credits, and they said August. We got a couple weeks left in August, they could release it, but they haven't released it yet, as far as I know. I assume we didn't hear anything today about it, so.
That's our housing project too, right?
So what is the middle school waiting for tax credits on?
So what I saw was in the newspaper that project was dependent upon some tax credits.
So they got their national historic tax credits, they've received those, that's the only tax credits I'm aware of.
So they're not doing state ones?
Well, they're not doing this these ones that we're currently doing with Katie.
Cancel. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine.